Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is indeed that time of the month again where we are going to be choosing out my TBR for the month of June. If you've never seen a TBR jar video before, I am going to be choosing 8 prompts out of this jar of random prompts. And if you don't know what TBR stands for, it stands for to be read. So basically all of the books that I've yet to read, I'm going to be choosing to read in this video, I guess. The aim of the game is for me to get my physical TBR down a little bit, but I am also going to allow myself to choose some books on my Kindle because what was the reason I bought it? To read some books. So let's get in to choosing the first prompt. Also, I'm so sorry if I still sound a little bit nasally. I've been sick the past week and it's been rough out here, but I really wanted to film this video, so we're gonna push through. Good mix around, please. That one. Oh, she looks like a short one. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, this prompt says treat yourself, in brackets, buy a new book. I wish I could make this up right now. Okay, there's a book that I really want to read, and the reason it's on my TBR is because of this one TikTok that I saw. So the book that I really want to read is The Bridge Kingdom by Daniel L. Jensen. There's actually a lot of reasons that I want to read it. So currently I'm reading A Fate Inked in Blood, which is like a Viking fantasy romance kind of vibes, and low-key 5-star potential. I'm about 70% in and it's actually incredible. I desperately want to finish it, hopefully tonight, I guess. But given that I'm actually quite enjoying Danielle's writing, I'm very intrigued in her other series, which is of course the Bridge Kingdom series. And I saw this one TikTok because I have brain rot just like the rest of it. I saw this one TikTok and it's like to a sound. I won't play it because, like, I don't know, copyright reasons or anything, but it's from Lauren. She's got like a little son in her name. But it says, when the male main character originates from a country where only men fight versus the sarcastic female main character who's been trained as a warrior since childhood. And it's just like a little bantery scenario. And listen, I've been kind of eating up fantasy. I've literally read one fantasy book, but I want to continue. So do I buy The Bridge Kingdom and then do I buy it paperback or ebook? Literally, I could get it tomorrow in paperback. Oh, but I think I'm just like more likely to read it on ebook. Okay, she's finally loaded. I think it needed to update or something because she took a hot minute. Hang on a damn minute. I looked at this ebook like a week ago and it was $16 for the ebook, which, first of all, do you think I'm made of money? But now it's $4.99. Are you on sale? Or you guys, I think I'm gonna do it. Does this count? Treat yourself by buying a $4.99 ebook. It's like the book that I most want to buy though, and it's not on KU, so I can't read it on KU. And if I like it enough, like the physical's only $17.70 or something. Bit of girl math real quick, that's only like $21, $22 all up, which is like the normal price of a paperback. Bit of a slay, I'm gonna buy it. I really, really hope it lives up to the hype, and I really hope it's like just as good as A Fate Inked in Blood. Honestly, not even just as good. I hope it's like half as good, because that book, A Fate Inked in Blood, is like my ideal fantasy. And I'm honestly having the time of my life with it. What if you fall in love with the one you were sent to destroy? Anyway, there we have The Bridge Kingdom, bought on my Kindle. So excited to read her. Should I do a fantasy reading vlog? I'm getting so sidetracked right now. Let's choose our next prompt. Okay, let's try and go for a physical book, please. Maybe a fantasy? Okay. Prompt number 2. An author whose first or last name starts with the first letter of the month. So we are obviously going to be choosing a author whose first or last name starts with J. The second book in The Bridge Kingdom by Daniel L. Jensen. Hello. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, Monica James. I could continue down my little Viking fantasy moment, except it's not fantasy. Jessie Hall. Amo Jones. I think I've just seen the book. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, my heart is like screaming right now. Yeah, I don't even need to look. I don't need to keep looking. So the book that I'm gonna choose is one that I bought in my recent like book shopping online with me video. And another reason that I want to pick this up, I went to the hockey on the weekend for the first time. I saw my first hockey game, and to say I'm obsessed, like not just with the players, but like also the game. It's so intense and like rough and tumble, and like, yes please, there was this one guy who got shoved like over the wall of the penalty box, head over heels, skates in the air. It was great. So I feel like it's only right that I pick a little cute hockey romance for this month, and this author's last name starts with J, so we have Tutoring the Player by Rebecca Genchak. I'm so excited. The cover is also adorable, and it's a fairly short book. I think it's like 280-ish pages, which honestly, I would love a short book at the moment to like combat the fantasy, which isn't even that long. The really only thing I know about it is that it's about a tutorer and a player. a tattooed hockey player. Absolutely. Yes, please. Sign me up. Okay, this sounds really cute. It says, I have a type. I love the good guy. Responsible and stable, safe. So when a beer drinking, quick-witted, tattooed hockey player asks me to tutor him, I'm suddenly thrust into the world of bad boys and bad decisions. Oh no. Jordan is a renowned player on campus. He doesn't take anything seriously except hockey and partying, but he gives me butterflies. I'm a wallflower tutoring Valley University's hottest player. Big slay, cover is adorable. Hopefully it's fantastic. Hopefully not too cringy. I am indeed going to be reading this book. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Book number 3. Okay, we've got like 3 of them. All right, this one. A book by an author you've never read from before. We have heaps of options because I buy books without testing the authors at all. What I'm thinking One Touch by Lena Hendricks. I'm also thinking Southern Storms by Brittany Terry. Do I want my heart wrenched out of my chest, or do I want a like ex-boyfriend's brother help me renovate a house kind of vibe? You know what? I'm already feeling a little bit fragile. She's already feeling stressed, so I don't know that I want something to rip my heart out of my chest. You know what? We could do a cute little reading KU romances for a week vlog. With that in mind, and with the fact that I'm feeling a little fragile and just want some silly goofy fun, I think I'm gonna go for One Touch by Lena Hendricks. This is the ex-boyfriend's brother and also potentially best friend's brother, which I'm gonna eat that up every time. And it's just like a little bit forbidden. There's a little bit of there's some stolen moments. Very excited to read this one. It's so cute, kind of thick. Oh my god, this is the one with the grass. It's like, we love grass. Right, book number 4. Give me one at the bottom. Okay. Ooh. Which one do I do? Okay, we're gonna just like shake them up in my hand and choose one. I want this one. We have a book set in a different country. So like literally any book. Literally any single book on my shelves. Do I want my heart torn out? Do I want that? Do I want my hair and my heart torn out? We could pick Southern Storms because I'm fairly certain it's set in America. Could also do we do another hockey romance? I've just seen The Dixon Rule by Elle Kennedy. Low-key, I've heard some controversial things. I've heard that it's a little bit hard to get into, doesn't really pick up until very late in the book. Do I want to read that? I don't know if I want to read that. Ooh. I've seen 2 books, which again, very recent additions to the TBR, but I'm a little bit tempted to pick up either Waking Olivia or Darling Venom. I know they're both going to be kind of sad. I'm pretty sure this one is heartbreaking, and I know this one is heartbreaking, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm more intrigued by Waking Olivia, probably because I've heard less about it. I'm gonna be sneaky and read the first line. It's my first day at a new college and I'm dragging my feet like it's an execution. Me too. Which makes sense since the man I'll meet today has the ability to destroy my life. I'm not in love with the writing style. Reads 2 sentences, makes a very broad opinion on the entire book. She is the athlete for once, which I'm kind of obsessed with because it's like it's always him that's the athlete. It is student and coach though. This one sounds so interesting, but why am I being so picky? Should I just say screw it? Writing styles that I don't particularly love when it's always like, I did this and then I did this and then I ate my shoes and then I went to the bathroom, you know? I don't love writing styles like that, and I feel like this book is going to be a bit like that. I am gonna give it a chance. Gonna give it a go. Will. That's kind of a cute name, I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, this one for no reason other than the fact that I want to give it a go is going on my TBR. Hopefully it's okay. There's like a lot of hype surrounding it, but I'm also a little bit wary because it's just an older book. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I guess I've only really read recently published books. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this one's gonna go on the TBR. I'm assuming it's set in America. They talk about college and like scholarships and like eating in dining halls, which does happen here, but also I don't think it's set here. Like I have the absolute confidence that it's not set here. So book number 5. Book number 5. A book starting with a random letter. It would not be one of my videos, one of my TBR videos, if I did not get a randomly generated prompt. Literally every single video without fail. There's only 3 or 4 cards in this jar with that prompt. Alright, I found myself a wheel with all the letters on it to make it a little more fun. Here we go. I'm gonna spin her. Please be a good letter. We have S. S? R? We have S. Okay, let's see. What is it? A book starting with S. All right. We have Steel Princess by Raina Kent. We have Southern Storms by Brittany Terry. I feel like this book has popped up for like 3 prompts so far. Should I read it? Steel King by Devney Perry. I feel like we're gonna go for a double barrel S right now because satisfy the prompt in every way possible. Pull my plot part down It's okay. She can stay there. We are gonna go for Southern Storms by Brittany Cherry. This one is a second chance romance. It's very much like Black Sheep meets Sunshine, I think. They met at a summer camp where he was very much golden retriever. I don't know if they got in a relationship or if they were just besties, but they were apparently very, very cute, very sweet, very wholesome. I think might be talking out of my ass right now. But then obviously they go home. Maybe something happened, not too sure, and she bumps into him. I think she's just left a marriage. Yeah, she's escaping a loveless marriage. Goes to this small town to escape and bumps into Mr. Black Sheep. He has undergone quite a bit of character development. For better or for worse, I'm not sure, but he is no longer a golden retriever. He is now a black sheep. That's kind of all I know. What intrigues me so much about this book is that I believe she calls him like her moon and he calls her the sun, which is so stinking cute. I also know Brittany Cherry's writing is always going to be emotional, always going to be like a punch to the gut. So I'm really excited to read my first book by her. Hopefully it's a happy ending. I'm going to be really sad if it's not. So yeah, there we go. That's my 5th book. Gonna chuck her on the TBR. Very excited to read her. Also gonna fix my plot plant. Why do I keep saying plot plant? Pot plant. Book 6. Please be a good one. I'm actually very happy with my TBR so far. Like, I feel like I've had a lot of open-ended sort of prompts, but they're also all new books. Whoops, definitely not really getting through my old physical TBR, but it's fine. There's still physical books on my TBR, so it still counts, except for the Bridge Kingdom, but I did buy it, so like, is it on my physical TBR? Who knows? Next prompt, book number 6, we have, oh, this one's gonna be tricky, girl. We have a book set in Australia. Why is this prompt in my jar? Because I'm Australian and I live in Australia, and I already know we're gonna have to go to TikTok or YouTube or something because, girl, not one of these books is set in Australia. The only book that I own that is set in Australia is Does It Hurt by Asia Carlton, and I've read it. So over to TikTok we go. Please set more books here. This place is really nice, I swear. Please give me books set in Australia, not just Australian TikToks. Okay, we might have to turn to Google. I googled romance books set in Australia and it comes up with Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I know for a fact that is set in Canada. We are gonna go to Goodreads. I don't want to read any of these books. There's got to be like an Australian thriller or something. Wait, this one looks like rugby league romance. Oh, hang on. Currently looking at Playing It Cool by Amy Andrews. Okay, we have a 3.78 star rating on Goodreads. This was published 2016. I guess I'm just gonna have to take Goodreads' word that it's set in Australia. It's rugby. Oh, this series is literally called Sydney Smoke Rugby, so I'm gonna assume it's like a Sydney rugby team. Big slay, I'm reading this book. I hope it's actually good. Please be on Kindle Unlimited. It's not on Kindle Unlimited, no. Okay, it is $8.99 for the ebook. What's the first one in the series? Because I would like to just start from the first one if I'm gonna love this. Oh, the first one's cheaper. Fantastic. The first one's $3.99. Sydney Smoke Captain. Absolutely. Oh, second chance romance. So I think she has a column in a magazine and she lands an interview with her high school boyfriend, aka captain of this rugby team. You know what? This actually sounds kind of good. We're going on a full deep dive right now. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but it's happening. We have a 3.8 Goodreads star rating on the first book. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna read Playing It Cool by Amy Andrews for a book set in Australia. 222 pages, absolutely. I'm also going to buy the ebook real quick. There she is. I'm spending too much money in this video, but it's fine. Going into it totally blind, I'm actually really intrigued to read it because I've never heard anything about it. Maybe it's gonna be a new favorite. That is book 6. We're now gonna choose book 7. That took so long to find. I am absolutely gonna keep you guys updated on that book though, by the way, because listen, if it's good, my new obsession. Okay, go for this one. Babe, I'm not in the mood for one of these. This prompt says a Mafia romance. Quite clearly from the rest of my TBR and from all the shit I've talked in this video, not in the mood for Mafia romance, but we're gonna choose one. I'm gonna take a little bit of a cop-out option. I'm gonna choose the second book in Neva Altaj's Perfectly Imperfect series. This book was on my TBR last month, but I didn't get around to reading it, so I'm just gonna smack her back on the TBR. She is on Kindle Unlimited. Gonna read it on my Kindle, obviously, if I love it. Maybe I'll buy the paperback because I'm irresponsible with my money. I'm fairly certain it's an arranged marriage romance to like repair the Russian and Italian relationship. Not quite sure, but he is a single dad. He has a little daughter and he has a lot of trauma from his past, so he doesn't like being touched. He doesn't like touching other people. His daughter is the only one who he will let like touch him, but he meets this girl in this arranged marriage, obviously. And he, from what I know, from my limited knowledge from TikTok, is that he like desperately pines for her and like desperately wants to touch her, but like can't, and just sounds like it could be cute. Gonna pick it up. What's it called? Broken Whispers. That's what it is. I'm gonna pick that one up. Probably gonna be a super quick read. Might honestly finish it in an afternoon, and very excited to put that one on the TBR again. Hopefully I get to it. I should. Just like a silly little goofy reading afternoon. I'm also tangent because cannot focus on one thing this video. I'm getting my nose fixed later this month. I'm getting a septoplasty and also a turbinoplasty because my septum is severely deviated and my turbinates are thick. So your girl can't really breathe very well through her nose, and it's like interrupting my sleep and like causing a whole load of other issues. So I'm finally getting that fixed this month, which means I'm not going to be working. I'm going to be having a couple of weeks off doing nothing. So hopefully I'll actually get through my TBR this month. Whether or not I feel like reading after I've had surgery, we'll see. But listen, I'm excited. I'm excited to have all this time to read. So little update for you. Hopefully I'll get to most of the books on my TBR because quite clearly not going to have much else to do. Book number 8. Is that one? Yes. We have a book with a 3-word title. Okay, so book with a 3-word title. Should be so easy. We can do Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. My sister bought me that one for my birthday. I'm like excited to read it. Very cozy fantasy apparently, which I've never read before. Should be very interesting. Maybe when I do my fantasy reading vlog, perhaps. Do The Poor Boy by Nikki Sloan. We could do Dead Man Walking by Deanna Darling. Really not in the mood for a dark romance at the minute though. Into the Tide by Laura Pavlov. That's 3 words. Why is the sun going away? Wait for It by Mariana Zapata. Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. Playing to Win by Monica Murphy. Learn Your Lesson by Candy Steiner. Perhaps, but it's on my Kindle and I want a physical book, so maybe not perhaps. Watch Your Mouth by Candy Steiner. Honestly, I'm liking the sounds of Watch Your Mouth by Candy Steiner and reading it on KU. For a book with a 3-word title, I'm going to pick up Watch Your Mouth by Candy Steiner because it's got 3 words in the title. This is a professional hockey romance. It follows someone and someone, Grace and Jackson. Grace is the little sister of the guy from the first book, which is Meet Your Match, and Jackson is his best friend. And I'm fairly certain at the end of the first book, Grace gets broken up with, which is what propels this whole story. And they go on a road trip and they hook up in the shower, and that's kind of all I know about it. That's like all that I've seen advertised on TikTok. I didn't love the first book, but I really appreciated and enjoyed the banter of the team. That's something I think Candy does fantastically. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting back in amongst that. I think I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna read it. We are really investing in the KU romances this month and I'm here for it. Also, how pretty is that stack? So stinking cute. Alrighty, and that is my 8 books for this month. This video I feel like has been going on forever, but it's fine. So the first prompt that I have to recap you on is for a book set in Australia, in no particular order by the way, and I'm going to be reading Playing by Her Rules by Amy Andrews, which is the first book in that Sydney rugby series. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully we discover a new favourite sports romance series. Fingers on toes and everything else crossed. I really hope it leans into the Australian slang and mannerisms because I think that would be so fun. I would also love just like hearing about familiar places in Sydney. I don't live in Sydney, but I'm like familiar with it, so I think that would be so cool. Then we had Treat Yourself in brackets Buy a New Book, and I bought myself the Bridge Kingdom ebook because I don't want to commit to the paperback and I also prefer reading ebooks, so here we are. Third, for my Kindle romances, we have a Mafia romance. I am going to be reading Broken Whispers by Neva Altaj. Then for my physical books, we have a book with a 3-word title and I'm going to be reading Watch Your Mouth by Candy Steiner. Then for a book starting with a random letter, we got S, and I'm gonna commit to the prompt 2 times over, I guess. And I'm gonna be reading Southern Storms by Brittany Cherry. Then we had the prompt of a book set in a different country. We're being very global in today's video, very travel vibes. I'm gonna be reading Waking Olivia by Elizabeth O'Rourke. The next prompt we had is a book by an author you've never read from before, and I'm gonna choose One Touch by Lena Hendricks. I've never read from Lena before. Hopefully I love her. I've heard really good things, so like crossing all my fingers and toes. I also would love to collect this series because So cute, so cute. I want all of them on my shelves. Finally, we have an author whose first or last name starts with the first letter of the month, and obviously we're going into June, so we're looking at J, and I'm going to be reading Tutoring the Player by Rebecca Genshak. And there we have my final TBR for the month of June. I'm actually very happy with this TBR. This might be my best TBR in a hot minute. I feel like it's catering to all of my energies right now. I feel like it's hitting all the vibes for the month of June, so I'm really, really excited to get to all of these books. Hopefully I can include a lot of them in reading vlogs because I've been very much enjoying doing reading vlogs recently. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe because I would love to have you here. You can also follow my Instagram and my Goodreads, which are always linked in the description if you want to keep up with what I'm reading, if you want to hit me up, talk about books with me, anything of the above. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for the second time, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!